Oh, you are live. There now.
All right, we should be good to go.
Again.
Keep that for now.
Okay.
Had this all set up and ready to go, and now it doesn't want to cooperate. All right, I think I might have it now. Good morning, Ernie Brown. Good morning, Big Mac. And everybody else that's in there. As I was saying earlier, it was quite the week with all these women getting so feisty and feeling their oats on this challenge that's coming up. It's going to be fun to watch. I didn't know they could do so much smack talking.
We can't hear you.
Huh?
We can't hear you. It's not live.
There we are.
Oh, great. Good morning.
Trying to get two of them set up so she can read chat for me, but it's not working very much. Hey, Ernie, Chrissy says she wanted to know how to make this poor man's pâté today. She up and running? Good. Can you all hear and see me good?
Sounds good.
Okay. All right. We're about ready to rock and roll. As I said earlier, before I had the right buttons pushed, it's hard to push buttons with clothes on. Sunday is my day to be thankful for the past, ask for God's guidance in the future, and just let everything go off and enjoy what I have and quit dwelling on what I don't have. So this morning, we're going to make what I call our family calls poor man's pâté. And we eat it on club crackers, Ritz, Triscuits. We put it out like a dip for get-togethers that people can eat it on, and they can eat it on anything they want to. I don't know if I got any crackers to even test it today. Yeah, I'll find some. Anyhow, what I have is I do a pound of Braunschweiger. And I don't know if you can read that, but I take a pound of Braunschweiger. I take 6 to 8 ounces of Philadelphia cream cheese, half a cup of onions, some Worcestershire sauce, and a little bit of garlic. And just mix it all together. And I like it for a snack and stuff. But I like dicing my onions pretty small. And I'm not fast because I like to keep my fingers. Oh, gonna have holes in my glove at this rate. And I put the greens in too, gives it a little more color. And I make a mess. That's the whole fun of it, is then Paulette gets to clean it all up. Ooh, these are some good onions. I can tell that already. I'll probably put in a little more than a half a cup, but you know, when it comes to cooking, you can have a recipe to go by, but it doesn't matter. You can change it however you want, however your tastes are. You can leave stuff out, you can put stuff in, and I usually look at a bunch of different ways of doing it, and then I decide what I like and what I don't like, and go from there. There's some things I just don't care for, so I just leave them out. It should be close to a half cup. Like I said, I'm not the neatest person to cook, but in the end, it's all the same. So I'm going to put this in my mixing bowl. And if I mess up, Paulette will come running in and tell me I'm messing up, so I'll just do it the best I can. Keep that for supper tonight. I have to decide what I'm going to make for supper tonight. But I like my onions, and what's nice is it keeps for quite a while. You know, it's not something, keep it in the refrigerator, of course, and it's not something we have to worry about going bad in a day or two. It'll stay pretty good for a while. And I like when I have a snack at night or something that I just grab some crackers and go out and eat some. And I could have put this in a chopper and chopped it up real fine. If you don't like the onions as big, cut them smaller, cut them bigger. Like I said, there's no right or wrong way of doing stuff like this. It's all in the fun of doing it. Next, I got about 6 ounces of cream cheese. The Philadelphia cream cheese. Let me cut it up. It'll make it kind of mushy. But in the end, it'll make it easier to mix in with everything. It'll mix in. Well, that's probably sitting laughing at me making my stuff. All right, I got a mixer here, and I'll get this stuff going with the onions. It's already starting to smell pretty good. And I'm going to get a little bit of garlic.
Hey, Donald,
But
you could use there's a spatula behind you too. Just scrape it off the sides.
yeah, I was just thinking that.
That's what I thought.
Well, I ain't got crushed garlic, so I'm going to use a little bit of minced garlic. And I'm going to chop it down a little bit. I used about a tablespoon, and that should be good. I like a lot of garlic, so you might want to start out with a little bit less. There. Went from minced garlic to chopped garlic. Boy, I'm glad I put my gloves on. I'm really making a mess already. Yeah, this will work better. Next, I'm going to take and put in the Braunschweiger. A 1 pound block is normally what they come in, and that's about the right size. I like Braunschweiger just to eat and make sandwiches out of too. Now, Paulette told me if I put this in a blender to mix it up, what I thought would be an easy way, she said it'll kind of liquefy and never get stiff again. So I have to take her lead. It's been so long since I made it, I kind of forgot how. I'll put the whole pound in. I put 6 ounces of cream cheese, If I need more, I still got a couple ounces left. The packages are 8 ounces usually anyhow. But she prefers to have the whole thing in there. Got gloves on, I might as well do it the easy way. All right, let's see if we can start getting this mixed up. It helps to put stuff out and the cream cheese and stuff and get it a little bit softened up before you do it. Anybody wants to come up, it's pinned in there. You can come up and help pull that out. She's not too talkative today.
I guess I am. I forgot you could hear me. But I want to say good morning to Homestead, Don. He's on.
Yeah.
And Ernie, Brown was on. Mike Fishing Home is on. Leon
Hey, good morning, Mike.
on. Here I am. I was typing away, but I wasn't letting Don know some of the things I was typing either. No, just kidding.
That's normal after 50 years.
Mike's heading to work, so we'll see you around. That's Mike's Fishing Home.
Well, Mike, have a good day at work.
Good morning, Lance. How are you today?
Better be after those burbot.
Did you catch burbot?
They're warming up here. It's beginning of the pre-spawn, so they're going to be around.
Did you hear about the big burbot caught up here in North Dakota? Big for here.
Yeah, that was last week. That's big for anywhere.
Did you share it?
Yeah, I think I shared it.
Nice looking burbot. I don't think I would have held that one up when I was working, though. I think I would have just pointed and say, see, that's a nice one.
If I would have caught it, I would have took it to the hatchery and see if they wanted to keep it for breeding stock for the burbot program. Because they caught it just maybe a quarter mile from where the hatchery is out of the tail race. See, this is going pretty fast, pretty easy.
Lance said he's going to go out next week burbot fishing.
Next week?
Yeah.
Well, I'm hoping to make it out next week. We're looking at being maybe in the high 20s next week. So.
Ashley Brady, good morning.
Good morning, Ashley.
And you're right, Lance. Yeah, that was North Dakota's new state record. I thought it was kind of neat. I like burbots when they come in.
It's definitely not the average everyday burbot, but
no. Donald, Ashley wants to know what you're making.
I'm making poor man's pâté. And what it is, it's a pound of Braunschweiger. It's about 6 to 8 ounces of cream cheese, one tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce, and some garlic, and about a half a cup of chopped onions. And it's half a tablespoon or so. Like I said, there's no right or wrong way of doing this stuff. It's whatever your taste is. And after you make it, if you don't like something or you don't like the taste of something, don't put it in.
Don Randall, Rhino, I don't know him.
Yeah.
Outdoors is on, letting you know.
Good morning, Randall. But I eat these with crackers, usually Townhouse crackers, but I'll use Ritz or Triscuits. Put it out at get-togethers for people to snack on, and just keep mixing it up, mashing it up. But you don't want it mashed to where it starts getting liquidy. Just
Okay.
mixed real good.
When I'm making this, I just put it in Tupperware and put it in the refrigerator. But if we're having somebody over right away, then I mold it. But Don, I put it in a little Tupperware so that if he wants to, he can take it along to the boat. Grandkids will eat it. They eat
Great
it.
for fishing. It keeps real well. It's not real sensitive towards keeping it really cold, but do need to keep it chilled, but it'll last. Ashley, the other thing I'm making is a big mess.
Sometimes I race them to cook so that the kitchen doesn't get too bad. It take too long to clean up. Just kidding, Don. All my guys are good cooks. My son is a great cook. Ugh, Daliva. And so are my grandsons. And one grandson is a cook. Their moms and my daughter-in-laws all made sure that their husbands cook.
Well, I think it's just about getting there. I like a little more onion in mine. So we'll put a little more in.
Yeah, liverwurst. We do that too. Homemade liverwurst sometimes. Can't tell my daughter good morning this morning. She must have had a late start for work or tired.
Or just forgot. Well, you all can go out and get the stuff and make yourself some pâté for lunch today. Awful good. Oh, here it is. But that's about all that's to it. It's sticky, not crumbly, so it'll stay on the crackers real well. I personally thought about putting a little bit of hot sauce in there, but Paulette won't eat it if I put hot sauce in. I have some good habanero hot sauce I'd love to put in here. Give it just a little bit of a bite. But with most things, there's so much salt and pepper in them already that you don't really need to add any. If I added, I started adding it after the fact and then tasting it first. And I found out the hard way especially when I use soy sauce, that there's a lot of salt in there. And that's about it. Takes a couple minutes to make is all. And you have poor man's pate.
Don Randy says hello. The
Hi,
River
Randy. River boys, good morning.
Boys. They want to know if you're giving that pate a colonoscopy because you got those gloves on.
No, I don't use that word anymore. At my age, too many already.
True story. I think he's allergic to those gloves.
Now, Patches still has pretty sharp paws and stuff, and she's got my hands pretty kind of tore up. So I'm just protecting my hands, and if people see me cooking with them that way, they probably say that don't look very appetizing. But now I have poor man's pate, and almost cleaned up. So it doesn't take long to do it. But I'd like to thank Paulette for coming up and reading chat for me. And the dog is going crazy because she wants outside and she's not getting the attention she thinks she should have.
She heard you. She barked. Isn't she? She's out here, isn't she?
No, she's in here.
I didn't even know she was in there. I can't hear her. I'll call her.
Hang on, I got important people on the line. And there you go. We're done already. So any latecomers, I'll have to go back and watch how to do it. Something quick and easy. Yeah, what the heck. I think I'll put a little more cream cheese in there to finish it off. Paulette likes more cream cheese. I'm just going by looks. It doesn't look like it has quite enough in there, so mix some more in. Make it a little bit softer. I'm always getting new dishes and stuff out as I go. Try to keep things as clean as I can, but never clean enough for Paulette. She's a cleaning machine. So what'd you all think of those women this week getting so feisty and all that smack talking they've been doing, and think they can hold their end of the stick up? Or I think there's going to be a few guys that may get a little humiliated. Probably not. It's all in fun.
Hunting with Steph is in the house. J&J.
Good morning, Steph. J&J. Welcome. I was making a poor man's pate today, and we're already done. But it's 1 pound Braunschweiger, 8 ounces, I have 6 or 8 ounces of cream cheese. I went ahead and put the whole 8 ounces in. And then it's got garlic, and I just put about a tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce, half a cup of onions, and mix it all up. And I like it on crackers, especially Ritz and Townhouse crackers. But there's no cooking. You just mix it all together. Last minute, got people coming over to visit. Something quick and easy for something for them to snack on. And like I said, you can put in, I use Worcestershire sauce, Lee and Perrins, but you can use anything you want. It doesn't have to be that. If you don't like Worcestershire, don't put it in. That's tempting. Real tempting to put a little bit of hot sauce. I think it'd do real good with a little bit of hot sauce in there. But we'll see if Paulette doesn't need any after a while. I might do it.
You can do it after a while.
I'm missing my habanero hot sauce. So what should we use? I got one whole side of my refrigerator, just different hot sauces. And whenever I see one, I read the ingredients. If I like them, I'll buy them. But we'll use some Cholula. And it won't make it too hot. Just put a little bit of spice to it. That's what I like about cooking. You can, but don't ask me to do it twice the same way, because half the time I never remember how I did it the time before. But usually it's close. But depending on how I feel and stuff, I change it up and come up with new creations and add things that I didn't time before and take things out I didn't like time before. And like I said, the only thing I've really concentrated on lately is not putting salt in my stuff, because there's so much salt in everything you get that if you add it early, a lot of times you end up with something that's more salty than I like. And I'm not too fussy about salt. If we put hot sauce, we need to put a little pepper in there. Yeah, about a quarter of a teaspoon. That should do it. Now it's really smelling good. I better quit, or I'll just keep adding stuff as I get. I was going to use garlic powder, but maybe next time. But there you go, all mixed up, ready to eat. Now all you have to do is put it in the refrigerator. I like to cover it because Braunschweiger will turn a little brown if you don't. But people come over, that's pretty good dish that they like on crackers. I was thinking about next week maybe doing some tiger meat. I don't know though for sure. I'll have to wait till later in the week to find out if I'm gonna do that or not. But tiger meat is a real holiday favorite around here as a snack for putting on crackers and stuff. And people usually don't let you have any left. If you got any left, they have a tendency to want to take it home. And some people look at it and say they would never eat it in 100 years. But once they try it, they usually like it, like a lot of foods. If you haven't honestly tried it, you probably aren't going to like it. And then I thought, well, maybe I'll do some egg drop soup one of these days. I don't know how many people know how to make egg drop soup, but it's super easy. And I like it. I find it be better than going to a restaurant and getting it because I can doctor it up more to my liking. Boy, I kind of missed and made a mess. So that's all it's to making poor man's pâté. Now, the real pâté that they compare with sturgeon eggs. What jumped my mind? Anyway, they make that out of duck livers. They also make goose livers and chicken livers and beef livers, but all those have to be cooked. And this one, you don't have to cook it if you're in a hurry. It comes out pretty good. Guess I better try it. One of my better efforts, Mom.
Yeah, I might pass a little bit with all the pepper. You know me.
Not hot at all. I could have put in a lot more hot peppers or that would have been nice too.
Keep talking and walk out here. I want to show you something.
Alrighty.
Look at this.
What I'm looking at.
The names. Is that something?
I'm done there.
I'm talking. Turn it up so I can hear you. Lettuce.
Lettuce. Good morning.
Max Headstrom.
He likes it.
Yeah.
Thanks, Lance.
Oh, tell Lance that's why I called you up. Or can you hear me? You can hear me, right? Lance, that's why I called Dawn out. So thank you. I didn't know how to do that.
Yeah, I had to try it, Ashley. If you want to go in and shut that down in there, I'll stay out here now.
Well, they
Hold it up to the camera so they can see what it looks like.
look. I have not just.
Huh?
I'm not.
Or just walk in and behind the camera. Oh, boy, them gloves are making my hands pretty sweaty. Yeah, that's good. Real simple to do. She'll probably mix it up some more. She'll probably mix it up some more. Yeah, I got two different mics going. So she's going to shut down the one camera, and I'm going to stay up here. Hopefully, wouldn't be the first time I got.
Oh,
Guess I better unmute it. Rookie mistake. So I hope everybody can hear me now. Buck Williams, good morning. Fresno, good morning. Glad to see you guys stopping by. So what's everybody up to? Fresno, did any of those ladies call you out? They sure have. They've been funny this week with all their smack talk. I'm kind of enjoying it. Thanks, Ashley. I switched up here a little bit. I'm still kind of rookie at doing this. And the puppy wants to give me some love, and she's growing like a weed. She's almost twice the size. Well, even more than twice the size from when I got her just before Christmas. So, but that little tail just gets going, and she wants something. I haven't figured it out. Probably wants outside. Sometimes she just gets jealous when she's not getting full attention. But hopefully this summer she'll be my first mate on the boat. She'll sit up front and watch for things in the water and bark at me if something's in there. Maybe I can teach her to dive down and tell me if it's worth fishing or not. But she's just a squirmer, just a pup, and she just can't sit still for a minute. So, Lance, you're going to go out burbot fishing next week, huh? We're looking at some uh, good weather coming up. It went from minus 16 one day to 44 above the next day. And I think we're supposed to be up in the high 20s, low 30s next week. And so I'm hoping maybe I'll get a chance. I got no doctor's appointments for a change. I'm hoping I get a chance to go out and actually I got two doctor's appointments. I just remembered. Boy, you haven't been having very good luck to Fresno. You get stuck, having flat tires. When she grows up, you'll have to get yourself a wagon and a harness and have her take you out there. Yeah, the burbot should be in their pre-spawn now, and from there next month or the next month they should be pretty good fishing. So I'm hoping I get a chance to go out. I did load up my ice fishing gear. I got to drain all the fuel out of my ice auger and flush it and see if it'll start for me and get some fresh stuff for it. And if not, I'll go to the tail race. It should be open anyhow. And that's where they caught that big burbot, the state record. So, ouch. That was a nip. They up my goal. I didn't think about a 20-pound burbot. Now I got to catch a 20-pounder. That one was 19.8, something like that, 19 and a half pounds. I can't remember if they said 0.8 or 8 ounces. Yeah, they'll look for sandy, sandy and gravelly areas that, yeah, 15 to 25 feet is where they'll come up and spawn in the evening. But I noticed Fish on Luke was on last night catching sturgeon, but I wish I could have got a hold of some crayfish, fish for the burbot. They like the crayfish and kind of tough to get them. Not only are they hard to find this time of year or get to, the state's got so many funny rules about what you can use to catch them, where you can catch them. Uh, can't leave your traps unattended. And years ago, we used to throw traps in and leave them for a week and then go back and check them. And we'd have all kinds of crayfish. But our traps were probably 2 foot diameter and 3 foot long. Now you can't have more than 1.25 inch opening. Well, that's too small for a decent crayfish to even get in. So it's kind of, then I can't remember something about you can't catch them in the Missouri River and then it's throw something in their end of tributaries. Well, hell, that's a whole western part of the state. Yeah, that should be good. They like the rocky, muddy bottoms. But in the summer, as soon as the water after the spawn, then they'll go deep where there's big rocks and they'll just lay down underneath those rocks all day long and not be real active. We put in big PVC pipe in the aquarium and they're about 2 feet long and a whole bunch of them, 4 or 5 of them will crowd in there during the day and just lay there. And so when I took people on tours, I'd grab the pipe and pick it up and dump them out. And by the time I lay it down, they'd all be going right back in there again. They just don't like being out in the light. The water was pretty cold. It was probably low 40s, the water going through the hatchery. But they should be either spawned out or ready to spawn out now. If I get up there, I'll stop in and see where they're at with it. I think we kept 8 breeding pair last fall. But they hunt in packs. And so they're pretty aggressive biters. I like using cut suckers for them too, or cut bait. Some people just use worms or something on that order. But I didn't get enough last year to last very long. I got 1 or 2 meals was all. And I'd sure like to get a mess of them. 20-pounder would have been just about enough for the whole summer. If I get a couple nice ones, maybe I'll have to do a making poor man's lobster out of one. It doesn't take very long to make. It's pretty easy to do, easier than people think. But you can use catfish for that, or cod, or anything. A lot of them, like drum, makes a good poor man's lobster. It's nice, flaky, thick, flaky meat. Yeah, they seem to like the suckers. People use those little. Good morning, Nicole. Thank you for stopping by. People here use those little blackhead minnows, but like catfish and anything, you use tiny baits, you're going to catch tiny fish. I want something that's worth my time to clean. If I take great grandkids out, morning Cleveland, I'll take and put tiny bait on. I'll let them catch a whole bunch of fish and get excited about fishing. Because if they don't catch them real fast, they lose interest fast. But I never was that way with a kid. I would sit out there all day and night and just had a chance to catch one. Oh, get things situated here. So why don't somebody come up and join me? I think I posted it on top of YouTube too. There we go. I think I undid it. There we go. Bouncing around here trying to get both the phone and the computer working at the same time and vent feedback and all that. Well, we could all come up and watch you. You're a good man, Kelly. You seen the mess I made. Now we switched spots. So I sent Pauletta in to clean it up. I'll have to run out and find some crackers this afternoon. But yeah, I take a little Tupperware thing and crackers out with me fishing. And when I get slow, I just put a little bit on a cracker and eat it. If the fish is slow, I just punch myself to death practically. And have something, keep my hands busy. Either that or retying ribs, or always busy. So what else has been new this week? I probably missed a lot. I, I'm finding my hours on the computer are shortened up a lot. I've been going to bed real early and I guess going on hog legs channel at night. But good morning, Catfish Weekly. And how are you this fine Navy day?
But I try to catch as many as I can. And then I've been having 8, 10 doctor's appointments a week. That's been eating up my time. But it's all good things. Everything's falling in place for me to have a good spring, get out and do some fishing, and learning a few of them. Wow, I suppose you have about 1,000 of those jig heads tied up by now, don't you? Good morning, Cobalt. Yeah, my kids aren't on here today, so they must not be subscribers. Yeah, would surprise me. I don't think my wife is either, come think about it. Elvin Lewis, I missed you. Good morning. Thank you for coming in. We were making poor man's pate earlier. Didn't take very long to make. Good morning, Chucky. Took a pound of Braunschweiger and 8 ounces of cream cheese, about a tablespoon of garlic, half a cup of onions, a tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce, and mixed it all together and come up with a spread that I really like on crackers and stuff. So if any of you make it, let me know if you like it. Makes no difference to me. I eat it anyhow. I thought maybe this spring, maybe I should do a cook up a bunch of mountain oysters or something. It's no fun if people can't taste them. How many people have eaten tiger meat? That's pretty easy to make up too. And I have a recipe somewhere, but I don't know exactly where it is. Pretty much cover it with pepper until you can't see the meat, and then cover it with salt until you can't see the pepper, and then grind it up. A little of this, a little of that. Today I put in a little hot sauce and a little bit of pepper with my pate, and I think it's one of my better efforts. I'll have to. I had it just scratched down on an old piece of paper. I wouldn't find it, but I would have got it pretty close. You know, when I was a kid, we used to use them to catch catfish a lot. It was hard to sneak away with any as a kid because they were sometimes they we didn't even get finished working cattle before people were already eating them, and take hang them on a wire and take a blowtorch that we used to heat up the grinding irons and cook them that way. When they pop open, then they would eat them. Got the texture of a real fine tenderloin. So Lyle, how's the weather been down there? You getting ready to go out and tearing some crappie? I wish we had a good place to go get crappie, and mostly it would be in the winter because most of the places we have them are slough areas, and you can't, from shore, you can't get past the reeds and stuff to get out. They don't have boat launches. But I thought about getting a kayak just to do that. But when I was in Virginia, I loved fishing for crappie and bluegills, and they really liked the striped bass. But we used to catch those shell crackers that were, man, they were pound, pound and a half, and crappies were about the same size. Sometimes. Made nice fillets. When I was in Maryland, most of the city ponds were always so small that it didn't even pay to keep them and try and clean them for a meal. I remember one time a guy went fishing with me, and I was catching a bluegill here and there. I was unhooking it and throwing back, and the guy said, "Well, why'd you keep them? They're good eating." I said, "I know they are, but I just too small." He said, "I'll keep every one you catch." And so I caught a few and kept them for him. And when we got back, he started having second thoughts about cleaning all those little bluegills. He said, "You say you're going to keep them, you better clean them." Next time we went out, I was fishing for pike and bass, uh, using a rubber worm. They'll both hit on it. And he was catching bluegills, and he'd probably caught 6 or 8 of them. And he said, "Boy, I'm really out fishing you today." I said, "What?" And he said, "Yeah, I'm really out fishing today. I must be a better fisherman." I said, "All right, it's on now." Put down my rubber worm pole and picked up my fly rod and uh, uh, fly on it, rotor, and I went out there and it'd no more land on the water and I'd catch one. And I must have caught 50 of them within an hour or so. I said, "Now who? I'll catch who?" But I wouldn't let him keep any of mine because I didn't think he'd really want to clean them again. Once in a while, we'll catch some nice ones. Catch some nice crappie with little spinners and stuff. And it's always fun when you got into the crappies. You could throw it in the same place over and over and let it sink down and catch another one. It wasn't catch one and then move somewhere before you find another. So what's everybody got planned for today? There's some things going on today. I can't remember what all is going on. I told Paul it might be a busy day. I think there's a lot of lives going on today, so I won't keep people bored real long. Let's see. So I guess that was about it for today. We got our poor man's pate ready. I'm gonna go see if I can find some crackers and have some. And y'all have a great week. Just keep heading in the right direction and keep it light. So y'all have a good Sunday. We'll see you next Sunday at 9 o'clock. Bye all.